Okay, so hey y'all. So today I'm doing a bit of a different styled video. I am gonna try and start vlogging a little bit more. And the reason why is because stuff kind of happens in my life and it's very obviously spontaneous. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'd love to share that. However, by the time it comes around for me to make a video on Mondays or normally during the week, I forget about it. The idea is gone. We're done. So this is going to be like a series of smaller clips, this video, and videos going forward like this. I'll still do like my usual sit down videos. However, it's going to be stuff like this. So I'm going to kind of sit you guys down and we will go from there. Okay, so hey you guys, I know I was literally I want to vlog and then I'm sitting down, but this is just random spur of the moment things that have been happening, and I just kind of want to talk about it because I've been hearing the term God winks a lot recently, and I really like that because I'm like, yes, it's literally like God's winking at you, and it's super awesome when you can notice it and pay attention to it. So something that God's been doing for me recently is I can see nothing has come to fruition yet. So I'm not trying to be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go and do this. Nothing has come to fruition yet, but it's just the fact that these doors are slowly starting to open. Cause I'm like, how in the world was that ever going to happen? You know what I mean? I kind of have an idea of where God's taking me along this journey. And part of that is public speaking and stuff like that, which I'm terrified of, but we're gonna handle it anyway. But God's been using different people in my life to open these super awesome doors to do public speaking and stuff like that, and to get involved and stuff in my local community, which is super important to me. That's something that I really want to do and get into. So yeah, I'm just super excited. Yeah, I met with a friend who was telling me about some stuff, and I was like, hey, that is right up my alley, as much as I don't want to say that, because I'm terrified of public speaking, y'all. Y'all think that I can public speak because I do YouTube videos, but I'm literally talking to a camera right now. You know what I'm saying? Just speaking in front of people. Yikes. But me and my husband both feel the same way. We're very expectant, we both feel like God's doing something behind the scenes right now that we just can't see. So we're very expectant about what's to come, and I'm sure it's going to be absolutely nothing like what we've imagined. So yeah, and also with this kind of video, I kind of want to look back on it myself, because I kind of want to see how God's been working and further working down the line. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be super cool to me. Plus, these are a little bit more personal. We can just sit down and kind of chat instead of having a formalized video. And this is what we're discussing today, which once again, I'll still be doing those, but I've always wanted to vlog, but I'm so nervous to do it. And I don't know why, but yeah, so that is the plan. And that's kind of just what God's been doing in my life. He's just slowly opening doors and showing me, hey, I'm working. Because there's days, and I'll pray I can come on here and talk about those days where I'm just gosh, God's not working and I don't see anything and wah, blah, whatever. And, it's days like this where I'm like, hey, remember what he showed you in the light. Remember that in the darkness, because that's what's going to keep you going forward. Or at least keep me going forward, right? So, and yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. I would have never have guessed that I would be sitting here talking about this, and the fact that I've written a book, and just the emotions are overwhelming. And I'm definitely stepping out of my comfort zone too, because that's something else that I've always more been the follower, which I've had leadership qualities, but unless I had to be the leader, I'm not doing it. It just makes me nervous. But however, I feel like God's calling me out of that follower role, and he's calling me into a bit more of a leadership role. And I'm like, yikes. I'm so nervous about it. But yeah. And I'll also just come on here and share my thoughts and feelings with you guys about this whole situation, because it's a lot. It's an absolute lot. It's overwhelming. But yeah, so this will be just a more personal way to interact with you guys. And yeah, we're gonna continue forward with this. And the videos won't happen, like I'm not gonna be like, oh, one every week or one every 2 weeks or whatever. You might get one a month, you might get one every other month. It's just gonna be a whole collection of smaller videos that I'm gonna put together for you guys. So yeah, so we're gonna go forward. See you later. Okay, so hey you guys, speaking of God winks, thought I'd come on here and talk about more about how God's working in my life. It is absolutely crazy. So I just had a therapy meeting, and during that therapy meeting, I got like 17 emails from UPS because I have an account with them. So like when I get packages sent to me, they let me know. Well, I done thought somebody spammed me. I mean, 17 emails? Good night. So I did not click any of those links on there. I was like, absolutely not. I went on my actual UPS page and tracked one of the packages and found out that it's my book. And the reason that that's a God wink is because we were literally like, with that whole session was all about my stress and anxiety with my book and how to like kind of combat those thoughts like with more rational thinking and like the reality of the situation, if you will, because like my thoughts are definitely irrational at the moment. But yeah, so that was like, and yeah, I'm supposed to be getting them tomorrow. Today is November 8th, a Monday, so I'm supposed to be getting them on Tuesday. And I cried, like I ain't even gonna lie, straight up cried. So I'm probably gonna cry tomorrow, probably tomorrow night, because I don't get home. I close tomorrow at work. But yeah, had to come on there and share that because I was like, wow, okay.